Today on The Random, an artist reveals new breathtaking work at the Toronto Museum. The secret behind counterfeit money has been discovered, and the way to prevent it. We look in depth into the band USS, all today on The Random. A new artist, Louis Yabon, has released new artwork at the Toronto Museum. His masterpieces could be described as stunning, colorful works of art. Others would say that it mimics the style of Joe Average of Vancouver. Let's go over to our correspondent at Louis Yabon's studio. Joining me in his studio today is Louis, painter of the new painting that's inside the Toronto Museum.
Hi. Hi, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm good. Pretty good.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your latest work of art.
Yeah, go ahead.
What would you say that your work of art portrays?
Well, my art is mostly based on my emotions and how I feel in certain days. But mostly, trying to do a painting itself, you would need a lot of time to think about concept and all that, stuff. Yeah.
What was your inspiration behind this painting?
Mostly, it was an assignment for the school. Well, not really an assignment. It's called the Creative Life Project. And what it is like you have to portray how you see things, how you interpret things, how you derive meaning from life, I guess. And then, how you put your creativity on what you or make out of life.
I see. Would you ever say that you ever imagined your painting in a museum or an art gallery, considering it was a school assignment?
Not really. Well, it was just like a personal assignment. But if it was in a, museum, I'd be pretty happy, actually. It doesn't really matter, but, hey. What? Sorry. No, it's cool. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Excellent. Yes, as you can see, your painting is here at the museum down the street. Are you excited about that? The grand opening was last night. How did that go?
Oh, it was great. There's a lot of people, a lot of old friends coming by, saying hi and congratulating me for a successful year.
Some people would say that your work compares to that of Joe Average, the artist in Vancouver that designed those paintings of very colorful paintings. How would you describe your work compared to his?
Well, most of his work, what I saw is mostly graphic, more solid in terms of colors and shapes and line. With my work, it's more organic and more hey, stop making that faces. It's more of a painter-ish, combining color, blending color, not as blended, but more scattered. I don't know how to explain it, but the style is kind of the same, but not in the same, what do you call this? It's not the same, I would say, graphically, because his is more, graphic, as in computer graphics. Mine is more painter graphic. I don't know how to, put that in terms, but yeah.
I see. Very eloquently put.
Hey, shut up.
Well, anyways, thank you, Louis, for your time, and I congratulate you again on getting your work in the museum.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll see some more works of art from you in the near future.
Sure.
And Sean, back to you. Thank you, Sean, for that informative story. Counterfeit money has been a problem since the early 1900s. It's always been an uphill battle between governments and their spending budgets and those perpetrators looking to make a quick buck. We did an in-depth investigation into preventing counterfeit money, and we've come across an interesting discovery. We have come across the Urian constellation. This is new to us as well as the public in the government's efforts to preventing counterfeiting. Let's take a look at this. How is the government working to prevent counterfeiting? Here's an ordinary $20 bill with many security features. With today's new technologies, what prevents people from just scanning and printing the money from their own homes? The secret is in the Urian constellation. This pattern prevents money from being read by color copiers and from being printed by applications such as Photoshop. In other news, we go over to our entertainment correspondent covering Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker, one of the new bands out of Toronto. I am here backstage at the ACC where an up-and-coming band, USS, or Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker, is currently making their big mainstream debut. They're from right here in Toronto, and they have been able to amass a small following for the past 2 years, playing in small venues on Queen Street. However, tonight's event showcasing local indie artists, which is sponsored by 102.1 The Edge, will hopefully bring this band's name to the mainstream. Their sound is an eclectic mix of drum and bass, folk, and rock all in one. As the band's own MySpace page states, their sound is like Buddy Holly playing at a campfire in the middle of a drum and bass rave at the Science Center. Their music can be purchased at MySpace via their page. Live from the ACC, this is Sean. This just in, ladies and gentlemen. A drunk man is inside the TRNN offices, and he seems to be dancing throughout the building. The public seems to be in no danger at the moment. However, we will keep you posted on the news. Let's go to the live video of the drunken man in our offices.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear.
Wow.
Woman. Not my jacket!
We do hope that this comes to a peaceful and quick conclusion. Let's go over to our weather correspondent for your local weather forecast. Today is going to be a fairly rainy day for everybody in the southern Ontario region. As you can see, Peterborough is getting the brunt of the storm. Kingston will have light showers, with the showers approaching Toronto. Those in the north will just have light rain, and in the west, they will receive no precipitation today. As you can see, just to the west of Toronto, there will be a slight chance of cows. Now, we do warn that if there should be a cow shower, that you do take cover, as cows can weigh about 500 pounds each. That's your weather for tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be sure to look out for cows on my drive home tonight. This has been your Sunday, March 13th. Thank you for joining us here at TRNN. Remember to join us tomorrow night again for more news.